I want you to follow this plan I'm about to give you step by step to get you out of this rut. Because just last week, I was in such a fucking negative spiral, man. I was really, like 80% of the day, I wouldn't even say that I was feeling mediocre. I would say that I was feeling less than mediocre, like sad. Um, but I was able to get out of it. But the reason that I was in it is because I had these ideas in my head that I was just like, wasn't deserving of love, that the friendships that I had weren't real friendships. The state of my relationship was not okay. Like, there were so many things just spiraling around in my head that I couldn't get out, that I couldn't understand. And even when I wasn't thinking about these things, for some reason, I just have this overwhelming, like, blanket of sadness over me for no reason, of melancholy, like, that I just wouldn't get. Like, I had no idea why I was in this rut, why I was feeling this way, what was happening. And it took a lot of work that week to be able to find my way out of it. And I want to share with you what I did, because I was literally sitting in my bed for like hours at a time, just thinking about how shitty I felt, thinking about all of the things that I wanted to do, that I needed to get done, but what does it matter? I was getting like existential with this shit. It was bad. But the first thing that I want you to do to get out of this mental rut you're in is take a step back and find the problem. This is the biggest thing. Our minds just fucking go, and we don't understand why. We don't get what our mind is obsessing over. Like, we're having the thoughts about it, but they're going so fast, and our metacognition skills aren't quite up to par yet. We have to first find the problem. And I want you to do this by weeding. So I talked about weeding in one of my last videos. Essentially, it's journaling to figure out what is the root of my problem. And this is important, so make the time to do it. Actually make the time to sit down and journal about this, because this is one of the most important steps. It's just getting your thoughts out onto paper so you can see them, you can understand them, you can go through them more slowly than you would when you're just in your head about it. And once you get a thought out, and it's something jarring, ask why. Why do I think like this? Why do I think that none of my friends actually like me? Why do I think that my relationship is not the way I want it to be? Why do I think that I am not deserving of love? And then once you find the answers to those questions, continue to ask why, and why again, and why again, until you get to the deep-rooted problem. That's why it's called weeding. We are getting at the roots, and we are taking out the weeds. And once you have journaled this, once you've come to these realizations, because you are going to have some fucking popping realizations, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What is my life right now? How have I not gone this far in my life and not realized this? What I want you to do is take these realizations and talk to a friend about it. Because talking to a friend, not your relationship, by the way, not the person that you were in a relationship with, I want you to go and talk to a friend about it. Because you want to have a fine line in your relationships where you aren't just relying on each other for emotional support and being the only person they rely on for emotional support. You want to rely on your friends too, and have your friends rely on you to maintain healthy boundaries for relationships and friendships. But go talk to a friend about it, because not only journaling, but talking about it helps you realize more and understand more about what you are thinking, about where your mind's at. And you also get the opinion of someone else, which can be good, a second set of eyes. Not only that, but you are also fulfilling social needs. You're actually talking to someone, which I don't know about you, but for me, is what I struggle with a lot, is I lock myself in my fucking room. I don't feel like socializing, so I don't, even though that's the thing that would make me more happy and more feeling like a human goddamn being. I don't do it just because I don't feel like it. But if I force myself to talk to a friend about this, about the shit that's been going on, I fill up this need for social connection. I get another second set of eyes. I become more emotionally connected to this person because now we're having an emotional conversation. We're sharing deep things about each other. And immediately, just after these first two steps, you start to feel better. You start to sort shit out. You start to feel less antisocial. And no matter how antisocial you're feeling, fucking do this step. Do it. I'm not joking. Because this is going to be the difference between you further spiraling because you've written this shit out and now you don't know what to do, and you're just locking yourself in your room further and further into your mind, or it's going to be the difference between you actually going out, talking to people, feeling like a human being, and getting yourself back on the right track. From here, after having this conversation, take what your thoughts were, take the things you thought about, take the things that your friends said to you, and create an action plan. Create a plan based off of the rooted problems. Think about what is going to get you back on track. Usually, these things are going to be very uncomfortable. They're going to be some of the most uncomfortable things you've ever done, and they are going to be absolutely life-changing. So create an action plan to stop the habits that have gotten you into this, to create new mindsets to get you out of this rut. And set deadlines for these too, so that you actually do them. Remember that whenever you are in this kind of a rut, whenever you are feeling shitty like this is one of the most, I don't want to say amazing times, because it's definitely not. It's really shitty. It's really fucking shitty. But know that this is one of the times that you're going to experience the most growth, because you are coming up against a roadblock that has been hitting you throughout your life, and now you're coming up against it more so than ever before, meaning something has to change. This is you facing a period in your life where you have to change, and it's going to be drastic, and you're going to learn from it. You're going to learn from it, change, become a better person, and you're going to live your life at a whole new level, right? So like, if your baseline for happiness is right here, if you hit this rut and you're dipping down, once you come out of this rut, you learn how to live life in a better way, you have a new baseline. You're going to be a more happy person. You're going to go through more shit. You're going to learn more shit. You're going to be able to teach people your shit, relate to more people, and just live an overall happier life. That's what I want for you. Grab your ruts by the fucking balls. Act now, become unstoppable.